Hello there! What you just saw was basically a recap of the result of this video, so if all you came for was the pretty lights, well, that was it. You can leave. First things first, I'm gonna get the elephant in the room out of the way. Yes, this video was inspired by Devin Crawford's video, yes, I am a fan of him, and yes, Google definitely killed him. Alright nerds, now that it's just you, me and the lurkers, let me explain what's going on. I recently got an Arduino and remember this video I saw ages ago by Devin Crawford, where he made a music visualizer using LEDs, and I thought that looks so cool, I'm gonna make one as well. But then I saw this. Right. So, after a bit of digging around, I couldn't find anything that was simple in wiring, yet complex in functionality, because there's always has to be some big guy that is doing the math, which is usually the Arduino, which results in, well, this. Well, I decided that I wanted that big guy to actually be my laptop. Now, I know this makes it less portable and it only works if you have a PC around, but well, shh, you win some, you lose some, alright? So, how did I do this? Here's a little step-by-step for all of you smooth brains out there. First, I needed to get some information from my computer to the Arduino. The simplest thing I could think of was by turning an LED on and off. Turns out there aren't any libraries that allow you to do this automatically. Instead, what you have to do is throw your data out of your laptop via serial messages, aka your USB ports, and hope your Arduino catches them. So, in theory, if I send the letter O as a serial message for my third port, connect my Arduino to said port, and then say, hey, if you receive a message saying O, I want you to turn the LED on. And this is the result. So turn on, turn off, there we go. On, off, okay, that's good. Okay, so now if I can send characters, I can send numbers. But what numbers do I want to send? Starting with the basics, I just wanted the LED to be brighter the higher the computer volume is. There's this C# library called NAudio that actually makes this super easy, unlike analyzing pitch. Just stick around to see me suffer with that. It's not fun. Anyways, and boom, here we have it, an LED that reacts to volume. But this wasn't enough, I wanted more. Now that I know how to send and receive messages, we can make something more complex out of this. After I set up a small RGB LED, I wanted to actually be able to send multiple colors through it instead of just on and off. So I had to turn my tiny messages that was just a value into a message that could send multiple values while still being easily read fast by the computer. And this is what I came up with. What does this gibberish mean, you ask? Well, imagine this is a stream of characters. The Arduino will read this as R214, G141, B102. Starting to make sense yet? All I did after that was convert the volume into 3 colors instead of 1, and voila, we have RGB input. Obviously, this came with its hardships, bugs, and errors, but the blood, sweat, and tears were yet to come. Like I said, the colors were determined by the volume level at this point, but a song isn't any louder when that fat, juicy bass drops. You need to use the pitch for that. You need to use this algorithm called the fast Fourier transform, which computes the discrete Fourier transform. Now, don't ask me what the Fourier transform is because I don't know either. All I know is that this thing gives me a frequency wave, that's all I know. Now that part was easy because some bloke had already done it. The hard part is that you can't do this through the sound of your computer. It has to be done through a microphone. Why, you ask? Well, I have no idea actually. But my guess would be that the sound card doesn't recognize itself as input, which means that it can't analyze its data in real time. What bothers me in this theory is that we can analyze the volume, so why can't we analyze the frequency? I don't know. Leave your answer in the comments if you know it. After days of trying to get an alternative working, I eventually admitted my defeat against the machines and did this. So the best solution I came up with is, since the sound has to come from a mic, then I just push my mic into my headphones and it listens to the sound like that. Or if I have the sound loud enough, then I could just have the microphone like this and it'll pick up the sound coming from the headphones. It ain't perfect, but it worked for me. With my brain melted and pride shattered, I moved on with my chin up, looking for other small victories. The next logical step was to try it out with an LED strip, which I did, and everything went fine, until some people on Reddit told me this would be a fine way of frying my board. Turns out you should use an external power supply when messing with this stuff so you don't draw too much power from your Arduino. I didn't have an external power supply, so my smooth brain thought it was a good idea to make my own. It was hell, but at least I learned a lot of things like splicing and resoldering wires. The final result was this Frankenstein over here, which made me very happy when I saw an LED blink through it. With that in place, I attached everything together and I got this super neat result actually. But I wanted more. I wanted some more control and some more patterns. I won't bore you with the details, but I used C# and WPF to make this interface over here, where you can control how smooth the light should be, what color should be given priority to, like more base, which would be more reds, more green, which would be more mids, etc., and how bright all of this should be. I could keep on improving this till the end of my days, honestly. Some buttons don't even work, but still, I felt like it was time to move on, since I had already sunk 2 weeks into this thing. However, source code is in the description for you lot that want to mess with it and impress your friends. Now, I think that is it for this video. Like I said, source code is in the description, so you can keep on improving this if you want to. Let me know what you thought, let me know what you make with this if you do. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, just quickly wanted to mention that after I made this, I realized that there are actually sound analyzers already built in for Arduino. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. You know. Safe with me. I think we could do it if we tried. Eat my dinner, then go back to it. Ever finna make me rich. Whole lot of feeling that you can't dismiss. I was somewhere stuck in a hotel room.